Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Friday, fun day, and I have chosen for you as a celebrity Lady Gaga. So let's have a look what Spirit has for us to tell about Lady Gaga's vibration, Lady Gaga's maybe relationship, her her life in general, what's happening, what is the plan, what she wants to do, and yeah, the next 7 days, what it has to offer for Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga. I'm pulling a couple cards from Animal Spirit deck. Okay, Lady Gaga, Moth and Crow. I see. So I feel that very much this is Lady Gaga's energy. I feel that Lady Gaga is going to come again back in the media as a shining star, of course, as a performer, Moth. Also, it reads for me that Lady Gaga will be very much going into a deeper self-analysis, spirituality, mystical exploration, because Crow is a very much a bird, a creature as such in many different cultures known as a representation as that bird, mystical sort of support from the spirits. So for me, this really reads about a mystical insight in Lady Gaga's life. She either, speaking with someone who is like a very mysterious, a shamanic qualities having person. Maybe Lady Gaga also is kind of trying to understand her real self, who she is, what is her mission in this world. Lady Gaga in general, when I looked into her astrology chart, birth chart, she has a lot of fire. She kind of is born to be a performer. Not everything comes very easy because obviously she's Aries, so she is kind of shaking the ground and she wants things to be done the way she wants. And not everyone in this world has the same energy as she does. Not everyone can be such a leader or a performer as she is. So she's kind of had probably a conversation, I would say, with someone very spiritual, someone who gave for her some insights about maybe her family, family tree, family line, someone who has spoken about her spiritual mission, what she should be doing and in what she should be focusing, because obviously this corona covid situation obviously put everything on pause, and performers really, they have to become more creative, finding the way how they can perform to us in the public. And I'm sure especially for Lady Gaga it's a very difficult time because she can't get this audience, this stimulus, because the crowd creates energy. And Lady Gaga, when she goes to perform on the stage, she gets like an injection of confidence boost. She knows that she is likable, she knows that she is loved, and the crowd creates a special energy, and obviously that energy was directed to her. And now how she's getting this energy and inspiration, motivation when she's not performing, this is something that she will be exploring in the next 7 days, I would say. It could be as well a focus for her for much longer in terms the time sort of frame. It's something that she's really dwelling into very strongly. She knows she's a superstar. She knows that she has all the fans. She knows that she can attract people equally just you know, by her presence. Really, she doesn't even need to be a performer. She is born to attract people because her charisma, her energy is so strong. Her vibration is like electric. You know, she walks down the road and she electrifies every corner. So that means that she's really bringing quite strong vibrations into her aura, and you know, people are really attracted to her. And I'm not surprised why it was such a quick career in terms, you know, having a lot of recognition, having a lot of fans. And the fact is that yes, it's not easy when you are born with so much of fire, because you want your way things, and sometimes we have to bend. And I know that for her was obviously not easy the start, but once she kind of built a solid foundation, she's at the top and she will be remembered for many years. She is one of the kind, I would say. So Lady Gaga, with what you are dealing, what is the spiritual, mystical energy that comes into your world? Lady Gaga, what you are exploring, what you are researching, with whom you are dealing. I feel that she's dealing with a very strong masculine energy, who are very much shamanic, I would say. Someone who maybe does astrology readings, someone who actually speaks with spirits. She's very attracted to this energy. She's very curious about this different world, because for her, what she knows, it's all material, and we are talking about something that you can't touch, something not tangible. So the song, the Queen of Shadows and the Prince of Light. Lady Gaga, she is getting a very strong message about looking into her really darkest soul corners, really looking into what she's afraid. First of all, what she's afraid as a performer, as an individual, as such in life, what she's afraid. She probably has been asked by this person, what are you afraid to lose, Lady Gaga? And she's kind of, you know, really analyzing herself. She's analyzing what is very important to her. She looks into projected fears. She looks how those fears came into her life, why still certain fears and imposed limitations were quite strong and limiting her abilities in full. What she needs to do that she could actually be free out of these fears and limitations. And there could be as well some sort of, I would say, because the Queen of Shadows really talks about your shadow side, your darkest thoughts, your darkest moments, which you come to analyze how it's impacted you. And the Spirit really saying the song, she through the music finds the peace. She through the music find you know, that she can be who she is, who she really is. Sometimes we find ourselves that we don't know who we are, you know, and it takes a lot of time to analyze. And I think Lady Gaga gets to know herself through the music, and I think this 7 days will be a reminder for her that Lady Gaga, there is nothing to be afraid, because through music you free yourself. You become that creature of freedom, of inspiration, of motivation. You are a magic. You are one of the kind really in this world who can inspire crowds, who can uplift souls with your music. And as such thing, she needs to remember, and that will allow her to drop all these fears, those imposed limitations, by reminding what she does for others with her talents. She will realize that there is nothing to be afraid. This is my mission. This is who I am. And Lady of Gaga, you will be blessed with this, I would say, mental trigger. Through the music, you will be awakened on the spiritual side equally. Through music, you will hear your real calling. You will understand what else I can do for myself, for others. You know, not just, you know, performing, not just singing, but music is your tool to discover your spiritual calling, what you can do with your let's say, not material, not tangible assets. You know, what is else in you that you could inspire yourself, and how for good you can drop all those limitations imposed through the years, when you were a child, when you were a teenager. You know, all those little things that we're sitting and you were fighting internally with yourself, how you can on a spiritual level get to be awakened to the extent there is no more fear or limitations. The performance is one thing, the music and the pop star that you are and the superstar, it's one thing. But when we're really dwelling who we are as this spiritual being, this is something different. This is completely different level. And this week you will understand who you are, as this spiritual, you know, gift will be given to you. And obviously you will need, you probably through this spirituality, through this awakening, will create a completely different music. You will tap into something that is very unrecognizable for you. Normally you have a certain type of lyrics, melodies, you are a pop star. It might be that you will dwell in a different realm of your spirituality that will allow you to create a music that you have never even thought about. There will be some sort of inspiration coming to you, and I think the next 7 days will be eye-opening for you, Lady Gaga. It really speaks about you and your spiritual finding, exploration, and you will be surprised that you can create a different type of music, and this music will set you free from all limitations. Lady Gaga, final message for you from the spirit. What we have for you, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Yes, Tam are the poets and the guardian at the gate. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You will find a different dimension. You will recognize one part of yourself, Lady Gaga, that you will start to create different music, maybe even writing poems, definitely lyrics. You will be focusing to create something that represents your real who you are, your soul. You know, in this lyric, in this poem, in this music, you will reconnect with your deepest shadows, your darkest places. This will be completely different experience that you ever experienced in your life. Lady Gaga, there is the guardian at the gate. There is a person who is inspiring you, and this person, like I say, is someone who has this magical skill to open your spiritual gates, who are guiding you, I would say, to this deeper self-exploration, he or she is the one who really triggers you to go and explore who you really are as on a spiritual level, Lady Gaga. And in the next 7 days, you will open the spiritual gates of reconnecting with the darkest parts of who you are. And that connection will set you free from all limitations, all imposed restrictions, fears, dark thoughts. This time for you will be creating something incredibly unusual, completely not Lady Gaga material, completely different, that you will be thinking, is it am I creating this music for myself, for my soul, or should I share as well with the public, with my fans, to understand the real face of Lady Gaga? It's a beautiful message, Lady Gaga. I'm so pleased that we had you today on this Friday Fun Day video. I hope all the fans like and enjoy. Please leave your comments, and I'll see you next Friday. Thank you.